Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with part two of the Friday edition of Today in Sports Betting. You know what? You love it. It's MLB, everybody. Joined as always by my partner in crime. He is Scott Reichel. Scott coming direct from Miami. So, we're going to talk a little baseball, buddy. You going to take in a Marlins game while you're there?
No, but I heard it's very nice this time of year. You know, I heard the best part of the Marlins games that you can always find open seats.
Yeah, you could. I don't know. You could go see Sandy Alcantara pitch tomorrow night, man.
Probably for $10. They're probably giving away tickets.
I know you. What do you have a rehearsal dinner tomorrow night?
Either that or something like that.
I know you're just along for the ride, aren't you, buddy?
I'm along for the ride in the open bars.
Guys at weddings serve no purpose. If you're not in the wedding party, you serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever.
I'm just there to try to be a pretty face, which I fail miserably at, but I try.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, that's pretty sad that Reichel's the face there at the wedding. So, you're gonna go after the bridesmaids, buddy. How old are the people getting married?
The groom is 1 year older than me.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's prime picking right there. Big party, big wedding.
As far as I know, I'm hoping it's on the middle of the Nets game, but we'll see.
Dude, focus.
Sorry, eyes on the prize. Sorry.
What do you got? Six bridesmaids? 5-6 bridesmaids?
I don't know. I've met the bride-to-be once, so I'm assuming probably between 4 and 6.
She a handsome woman?
I don't even remember what she looks like, if I'm being completely honest.
Somebody that might have hot friends?
She could.
Okay.
I'll let you know on Sunday.
All right. You're gonna rush back. You're gonna rush back and watch the game. I know you.
Either that or I'll find it at the bar. We'll see.
Just sad. All right, here we go. All right, Scott. Let's it's that day. It's the every fifth day, every sixth day. We have to talk about it. We have to marvel about it. And we have to figure out some freaking way to play his games. Of course,
will there ever be a 5? That 5.5. Will it ever be a 5? We're talking about DeGrom, of course.
DeGrom and Woodruff, is that a 5?
I think it might be a 5. They'll probably price it at 5.5, but that's a 5 if I've ever heard one before.
He's going up against Blake Snell, Scott. I hear good things about this Blake Snell, except he's been terrible this year. Except
against the Mets.
He's been bad. Yeah, except we had to bury the lead there. His last game, he was outstanding against Joey Lucchesi and the Mets. They win that one 2-0 as Blake Snell goes 7, gives up 1 hit, 1 walk, no runs. So, Scott, which Blake Snell are we going to see? Are we going to see the Blake Snell that was absolutely dreadful up until that start, basically? I mean, it's far and away his best start of the season. He'd had a couple of, I don't know, you call them average starts, quality starts. He had gone a couple starts ago, he gone 6 innings, giving up a run, but he gave up 5 hits and a walk. Still striking out 11. Looks like when his strikeouts are up, Scott, it looks like he's doing well. When he's humming, he got that ball humming. He does well, but
that makes sense because the fact that he isn't exactly an overpowering pitcher. So if you're able to
the crafty lefty,
if you're able to time a hanging slider, then you're probably going to see a long afternoon from Snell.
The trick is not to hang the slider. So Scott, where's the value in this play?
Well, I do see a juice 6 on the under at DraftKings. So if you want to go for 6, you can take the under there.
Oh, God bless you, DraftKings.
I'll tell you what play I'm actually tempted by, and this sounds really, really dumb. But the first 5, the over-under's 2.5, which I've never heard of in my life.
Yeah.
However, DraftKings has the first 3 innings, over-under 1.5. Under's minus 114.
Okay.
I don't think that's that bad.
Yeah, if you're looking, you got to grind hard to find value on the under because that 5.5, the 2.5.
I can't do 2.5, even though it is plus 105. But that means you could probably wait it out and you'll see 3s in the morning. But 1.5 for the first 3 innings, it's not terrible. Minus 114.
I'm assuming the team totals are 2.5 for the Pods and 3.5 for the Mets.
That is correct, and it is minus 139 to the under 3.5 on the Mets.
Yeah, it has to be juiced that way since it's 5.5 to 6.
You go for DeGrom strikeouts or something? Like I don't know how you ever play a DeGrom start. Besides,
we've played the team total unders a couple times, but
it's worked out. But
yeah, but man, you get that 2.5. I don't know, Scott. This Padres team,
they're not playing well lately.
No, they're not. They're not playing well at all. But they are. They are kind of stuck as far as not scoring runs. They've scored 2 or less in 4 of their last 5. Excuse me, 5 of their last 6. I'll do it. Give me the team total under 2.5 right there.
I'm not going to get any I'm not going to come up with any arguments against it because DeGrom is a sick human being who should skip the 5-year waiver period and just get put in the Hall of Fame right now. But I don't know how you're supposed to look at San Diego and how they got killed by DeGrom in the last start and say, this time they figured him out. Nobody's figured him out.
Yeah.
He's putting up some of the greatest numbers since probably Bob Gibson. I don't really know what to tell you.
Yeah, they're talking about whether he can, beat Gibson's ERA record. So
he's on good pace now.
He certainly is. I think he's halfway? He has 50% of Gibson's ERA. Gibson was 1.27, right?
He's halfway there, living on a prayer.
Any plays on this?
The juice to under 6 on DraftKings, I do think is kind of tempting.
Okay.
Team total under for San Diego makes sense too, because this team can't hit at all. At least they haven't been able to hit lately.
Yeah, agreed. I wouldn't hate playing the Mets on the run line. Just asking the Mets to score 2 more runs than their opposition is you can certainly run into trouble, and playing a run line.
All you need is Snell to hang 1 slider, and you're probably good to go.
Alonso's back, baby.
Yeah, he's had a couple home runs the last few days.
So yeah, that's
well, you know why Alonso's doing well, right? It's because he's not due a huge contract.
Oh, right? Man. Don't even get me started.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Alonso made some comments publicly that we talked about on the radio show yesterday. Yeah. Pretty interesting comments.
Yeah, it's all a conspiracy to keep guys from getting paid. Spoiler alert. If you want to find out more, definitely check out just Google Alonso conspiracy. I bet it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Scott. So let's take a look out west, shall we? Can we call them Red Hot Angels if you just beat the Royals?
Surging.
The Surging Angels. They're playing surprisingly good baseball. They're hanging around 500. They're 30-32. Somebody that's not hanging around 500, Scott? It's the Arizona Diamondbacks. They've lost their last 7. They are 20-43 on the season. That's not good. Ohtani goes up against. Now, does it matter? It goes up against Merrill Kelly. I don't know what pitcher you could throw out there for Arizona right now where it would actually make a damn bit of difference.
Randy Johnson.
The ghost of Randy Johnson. Yes, that's absolutely true. So the Angels, they have been striking the baseball pretty well, Scott, over their last 5 games. They have scored 39 runs. That's 7.8 runs per game. That's pretty good. Ohtani has been very, very, very good. Very high quality pitcher, Scott. Striking out. He struck out 30 batters over his last 4 games. Getting a pretty good price here, my friend. I am intrigued by just laying 133 with the Angels. It opened up at 133. That's pretty much where it is. Starting to creep up a little bit. This will be 150 when it goes off at game time, by the way. So
I agree. I'm still waiting for the mysterious Diamondbacks money over the night because that's what's happened for the last month.
I don't know who's doing it, but yeah, I think we're getting a good price. Merrill Kelly, what can you say? He's another one of those Diamondback guys, and he's not been good, Scott. He's given up 2 or more in his last 7 starts, including giving up 9 in his last 2 starts. And he has been rewarded for that terrific pitching by having the Diamondbacks lose his last 6 starts.
By the way, when you said he gave up 9 in his last 2 starts, it's against the Mets and against the Brewers. So for reference, not exactly great lineups he's been going against that he's
not exactly Harvey's wall bangers there, are they?
No, not quite.
Yep, I'm going to play the Angels. I wouldn't hate you if you wanted to play Arizona team total under.
I'm really curious at what point do you think Arizona just completely blows it up? Marte's not going to be on the roster by the end of the year.
Soon.
When the time is right.
It's coming. It's coming. They're just going to be before the
They
trade.
have to trade Marte. Like, there's no point in keeping him.
I agree. All right, my friend. Anything else get your attention?
Looking at the rest of the card, let's see if I like anything. I got Tampa against Baltimore. I know Baltimore's offense was on a roll for 2 games,
Yep.
and then the Mets took them behind the woodshed. But Tampa had the day off yesterday. You have Yarbrough on the mound, who's okay. He's the definition of a crafty lefty because his stuff is really not fast at all, but he finds a way to get it by. Aiken's on the mound for Baltimore. I don't think Aiken's very good.
You don't like Clay Aiken?
Not really a big fan of his work. I was more of a Ruben Studdard guy on American Idol, but looking through the matchup there, Tampa's the much better team, 155. I mean, you can just look at the standings, look at the meetings this season. Tampa just dominates this team. I got to assume Tampa wins this game easily at home.
Keegan Aiken's made 2 starts, giving up a 1 earned run. What do you have against Keegan Aiken, buddy?
I just saw him pitch in the past. I just don't think he's very good.
Okay. All right.
But
yeah, that's this Tampa Bay team has been really good to us as far as odds go this year. And again, they're laying another short price, -140.
it's mostly up to around 150, 160 in most spots. But just looking at the standings, how is Tampa not laying like 180 here?
Ryan Yarbrough and his 5.06 ERA.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
You asked me.
It's a fair response. Touche. I was just looking at it saying I don't like either starter, and we know Baltimore stinks. So
Okay.
I'll take the team that's winning the division right now. But,
All right. So a little over. You want to give me an 8? I'll take over 8 too.
Yeah, that's a fair option. Now, we mentioned DeGrom. It's time to mention the other Cy Young favorite in the NL, which is Woodruff, who's on the mound for Milwaukee, taking on DeYoung from Pittsburgh. If you never heard of DeYoung, that's okay. I'm sure most of Pittsburgh's roster isn't going to be on the team, I'd say, in 2 years or so. But looking at Milwaukee, they're laying about 280 in this spot, which is, well, fair, if I'm being honest, because Woodruff is really good and Pittsburgh's really bad. But if you look at the run line in this spot, of course, you're going to be laying a price with Milwaukee. But I think it's actually a decent deal at around -115, -120. You know, Woodruff's good for, what do you think, 7 innings, 2 runs?
That sounds about right. That sounds like a very Woodruff type outing. He's a guy that'll give you some length.
Give me 7, then find a way through the 8th, and I'll take Hader in the 9th. But I think they'll win this game by multiple runs. You?
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't love taking Milwaukee to score a bunch of runs, especially at home. But
it's definitely not a fun experience. Milwaukee's offense isn't any good, but
you're really just asking, do you think Milwaukee can get to 4?
They might even need to get to 3.
It's possible they need to get to 3, but if you're safely, you go, well, they need to get to 4. Can they do that? You know what? They should be able to.
They should be able to. So
that's about what they're averaging. They're averaging 3.9 runs per game. So
once again, it's very, very easy to determine who the aces are in the league. It's tough to find the value on it. You're turning a 280 favorite into around -120. That's a pretty nice deal there for a run.
Yeah, they've really got that factored in the Milwaukee offense, but I think they can get it done against Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't hate Pittsburgh. You're
Pittsburgh team total under there.
It's going to be 2.5.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I know, but I'd consider that. I don't consider. Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe if I want to talk about the Rockies and Reds over in that game with Freeland and Molly on the mound. I'm trying to see if I find a line on that. But
Molly's been very good, dude.
Molly's been good, but Freeland's been terrible. Total's at 9.5, plus 102 to the over on DraftKings. Maybe a Reds team total there, but Freeland has been awful. I had the A's team total over against him, and I think he went 4 innings, 5 runs, or 4 innings, 4 runs against Oakland.
Yep.
He was just terrible. I mean, there's really not much to say. He's been awful this year. You have anything you want to add, or just?
I wouldn't play the full game. If you wanted to play that, I'd play Cincinnati over.
I'm assuming it's going to be 5.5 because it's like -230 on the. What can I find here? It is 5.5 even money on the over, which is not fun for a home team, but Cincinnati should probably get, I'd say, 4 across by the end of the 5th inning.
Yeah, I think that's right. And Molly's been like I said, he's been outstanding, giving up 2 or less in 5 of his last 6 starts.
Yeah, he's been good.
He's a victim of just a couple of bad starts, including one where against San Francisco. But for the most part, his numbers are fantastic.
Mm.
All right. As always, guys, if you're looking for information on these games or any other games, make sure you stop by and check out winnersandwhiners.com. They've got full previews, predictions on every single game, every single day, sides, totals, props. They've got it all over there. So make sure you stop by and check out that website, winnersandwhiners.com. It is always there, always free. And of course, for Scott, for me, for all of us over here at Winners and Whiners, we wish you guys nothing but the best today. Hope every one of those tickets in your pocket turns into cash money when you head back to the window. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time on Today in Sports Betting. Take care, everybody.